Okay, I got the stream running. Should everybody get the Sunday? Hello. What's up?
Much, just back to the ground.
Nice. Yeah, I'm doing a training thing right now.
I could use some of that.
Oh, is that everybody? Or am I missing? Well, Patrick's still fighting.
Still fighting at the moment, yeah. I will redeploy right now.
Okay. I don't know. Should I let her have the sand? What do you think? No, get in, get in! Robbins! I wouldn't do that to you, you know that. Come on.
I wasn't on my computer, that was him trying to catch up.
Oh, that's even better! Because I would totally do it to him.
Such a flirt.
Alright, we're gonna troll right over here. So the first little bit is pretty much gonna just be a little bit of classroomy thing here, just to get everybody aware of what the equipment that I'm talking about is. Oh, hold on, get back in. We're not there yet. And then once we're done that, we're going to get into trying to use it in a tactical sense in play. Because it really, a lot of the stuff is going to tie into breaching as well. Because there's stuff that's not happening that should be happening, especially as the TR. And that's what I'm hoping to correct with our little group. Okay, you know what? We'll just do it right here. I don't even care. Alright, everybody go. It should have a cloaking field, so it should be good. Okay, so pretty much the way this is going to work is we're going to talk about the squad roles first. Then we're going to work on all the other things after that. Let's see if Pocket wants to join. Okay. Because, like I said, a lot of this stuff you don't necessarily be on the map for. And, yeah. Where's Baka? Baka? Whoa! Oh, I see somebody's already starting to use some of the stuff. Jeepers. That was rude.
So I was just trying to breach.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, like I said, go over the classes. So there's 6 classes? Yeah, in total, right? Okay, each class has a specific set of items and or equipment that it can use that can help in a tactical sense, right? So, for example, the infiltrator. Somebody tell me, what is the infiltrator good for in a BTYR tactical teamwork sense?
Oh, in teamwork sense, I don't know. I was going to say it being an annoying cunt.
Yeah. Map awareness. Yeah.
Hacking terminals.
Yeah, well, more specifically is intel, right? Intelligence, local intelligence for map awareness, right? So if I put my motion spotter, which I like the most, you can use recon darts as well. It's just that requires ammo where the motion spotter does not. Then we can see where the enemy is going to be coming from and react together as a squad, right? So you use it by deploying it, just like that, right? So, infiltrators, I like infiltrators to be close range versus long range. Does anybody know why?
So we stay with the squad.
Well, that's pretty simplistic version of it, yes, but not the total version. A sniper at long range, though, can do a lot of damage in killing. A sniper that is not able to kill the medic that gets the guy that he just killed up is useless. You haven't done anything, right? Whereas an infiltrator with close range that's working with your squad can do a lot more damage with that squad by using the motion spotter more effectively. Being in range, if he uses motion spotters, the recon darts to get ammo, right? If he's way off sniping, because that's the only proper way of doing it is sniping at range and at different angles, then they're not going to get that ammo. They're going to run out of recon, and now they're useless to the squad, right? Unlike a vehicle that can be used on a flank and shoot a lot of bullets, and or use like the Bulldog, which is just pretty much a giant grenade launcher thing. A sniper can only kill one target at a time. Those targets have to be in a set of conditions, and a sniper to really kill a squad at range needs to be pretty darn quick on the draw. So that's why I prefer people that play infil, play close range infils, using some machine guns, trap, you know, all those lovely scout rifles, and that kind of thing. Okay. The thing too is recon. Our infils are good for killing enemy recon darts, enemy motion spotters, enemy beacons, which is why I always are telling people, if you're an infil, get EMP grenades and grenade bandolier. Okay? You're not going to tank damage. Doesn't matter whether you do nano weave or not, ain't going to make that much of a difference, especially against half these people we fight. So you might as well go full tactical equipment, which is 4, if you max it out, 4 EMP grenades with a max out grenade bandolier. Okay? So, if you're going to play info, or you plan on playing info, I definitely suggest making a loadout specifically with that in mind. That being said, there are times to use long range snipers and stuff, or even stalker infos, which is something I got to get back into doing, that I said I was going to do at one point. So make sure you have those handy as well. But the primary use is intel / enemy intel disruption or counterintelligence / spawn disruption, easy spawn disruption. Okay, moving on. Light assault. Does anybody have an idea what the light assault's good for?
Normal flanking, getting on rooftops, shooting at people.
Yeah, exactly. Rooftop control. You know, even trying to kill Sundays is actually pretty good with the right kind of light assault. Besides that, though, they are awfully squishy, and people that are light assault find themselves in situations where they're alone, away from their squad more than not. Lately, unlike before, I've really let go on the light assault thing, because I recognize that there are uses for it. However, the dangers of that is, if I have a light assault that's on a rooftop opposite of the squad, and he's not supporting the squad, he's shooting the opposite direction, then now the squad is one gun less, right? And the other thing is that info or light assault has to worry about enemy light assaults getting on top and killing him, and if he dies, we now have to spend a revive grenade that can be used as a squad thing to prevent a squad wipe, versus to revive him. Sorry, right? So light assaults for me aren't the most useful as part of a squad of normal, but having the use of light assaults as a full squad is super versatile. You can carpet bomb, which is pretty much getting in a gallon, everybody getting C4 and dropping on a target or a set of vehicles. You also have the availability of, just dropping on top of buildings and then being able to get down a lot better. So there is a tactical use for it. Just not one that I'm the most well versed in at this stage in the game. If anybody has other suggestions for their usage, go ahead and tell me right now.
Flashbangs.
Oh yeah, actually,
ASP.
yes, you're right. Yes, thank you. I remembered there was something. Yeah, okay, so yeah, if you're going to play light assault, close range light assault, shotguns, super with a light assault and flashbangs. And again, go grenade bandolier, guys. 4 freaking flashbangs, or even if you do 1 flashbang in a room, you're going to want to have a few extra just in case the timing of a push is off, right? So, absolutely use those flashbangs en masse when we're doing a breach or a push, right? Because if they can't see us, they can't shoot us, right? And if they can't shoot you, you're going to survive a lot longer than if you have nano weave or something else instead of grenade bandolier, right? That's my argument. Okay? Going to the next on the list here is combat medic. Combat medic is pretty simple. There is something to combat medics that's additional as well, but the basic version is, you know, revives and heals, right? That would be not just individual revives and heals, but squad revives and heals. So again, grenade bandolier, 4 revive grenades, so we don't get wiped that easily, and it might be able to allow us to do like a number of times we've done, which is we've managed to hold a point to the last second only because of revive grenades. Not because we've killed the enemy more, but because we've been able to get up, knife a few people, and even though we might die again, we still keep that timer in our favor for that last second, right? Okay. Now then,
Real quick, can I
yep.
talk about the medic real quick?
The medic what?
Can I just say one thing about the medic?
Sure.
Yeah, so, biggest thing also to remember about the medic is that the medic, at least in my opinion, gets some of the best weapons in the game.
Yes.
And so make sure that you are using them, right? If there's somebody in the room, don't pick up a friendly while somebody else is shooting at you, or you're just gonna get killed and then your friend's gonna get killed. So make sure that when you do go to revive somebody, that, you know, you're reviving them in a safe environment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's a combat medic for a reason.
yeah, you're a rifleman first and medic second. So you better kill the guy that killed the guy you're reviving before you revive him willy-nilly. Or throw a revive grenade down.
For a long time.
Yeah, throw a revive grenade down and kill the guy as that guy is reviving, right? The thing that I was going to tie into that I was actually going to mention too, is that the medic can also be what's called a medium assault. If you outfit it right. So this is one of the classes where you don't necessarily need to do grenade bandolier and it still be effective, right? This one you could do, you know, your nano weave armor, and still be able to do quite a bit of, because you can soak damage up with your nano field regen thing, right? So yeah, between having the best weapon in the game, being able to heal yourself, and being able to take a little bit more damage, you become a medium assault versus a full-on medic. So there is a trade-off to that. I don't like having too many of them. Like, I would say 2 of the medics could be a heavy light or heavy assault. 1 medic needs to be a grenade bandolier one, but at the same time, you can also use smoke grenades, I believe, with this class. I don't know if that's an ASP thing.
Only if you have it. Yeah, it's ASP.
Yeah, so that's a possibility. But implants you can use for a medic that really help, or anything that essentially gives you more healing capability. The one I have, you know, combat surgeon, so kills and revives, restores 30% of your nano regen device, right? And reviving an ally increases your resistance to small arms and damage. So you revive somebody or heal somebody, right? Yeah, revive somebody, and you are now much heavier of a target to kill. So that plays into that medium assault thing, like 100%. And then the other one I've got that you could probably change as well with even survivalist or what's the other one? Yeah, regeneration, right? Allies who are below 225 health passively heal for 50 seconds while you are within 7 meters, right? That's actually going to get increased right now because I got this thing. Let's see if I can max it. So at max, it's 300 or below, right? So essentially, if you take 100 or 400 health damage, you start healing for 15 seconds. Oh, sorry, for 15 health per second, right? So that makes our whole entire squad, the entire squad, tankier, right? So look at the implants when you're doing anything. If you've got those, try and use them. If you don't, I mean, there are missions that allow you to get, I think it's ISO that you need. No, what is it called now? It's not ISO.
Yeah, it's ISO.
Is it ISO? Yeah. Winning alerts gives ISO, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, definitely play around with those as well. I'm not going to tell people exactly which implants are the best ones to use because it's all personal preference in my opinion. And I'm not a cookie cutter kind of guy when it comes to individual stuff. There are some things that I like to see as a squad. Okay, I'm just doing a training right now, so it'll turn into a platoon once you join. Okay, so I'm gonna talk in platoon. Yeah, so it's pretty much bear that in mind, right? And especially if you're going to play a medium assault medic, like tell your squad leader, so that way they know and understand just how many revives there are. Because the most frustrating thing as a squad leader is expecting to have a bazillion revives and only having one revive grenade go off, right? And whether you have the equipment or not, it's still, there's always an expectation when you're a squad leader that people have that, especially considering, you know, it's such an easy thing to cert into, and that actually helps you quite a bit, right? And again, yeah, there are things like Carapace. I don't really care for Carapace, but Carapace really helps you because it replaces your shields with health, right? So if you have that in Combat Surgeon plus your regen, right, you're just stacking upon stacking upon stacking, and it makes you super, super invincible, right? I'm gonna move some people into Bravo just because.
Move me to Bravo, you know.
Well, I'm just gonna move people to make room for people that might want to try and join from the outfit. Alright, last invite for training. Then people have to join on their own. Okay, so let's move on with that. And I'm recording this, so if you forget, it'll be recorded and pinned. Engineer. I like Engineer for two reasons. One is ammo, which is probably the most important thing in the world next to being revived and healed. Because without ammo, we can't keep shooting. If we can't shoot, we're dead. Right? The other thing is, in my opinion, smoke grenades are the most underused equipment in the game. You want to be able to push into a room, man. Smoke helps so much. It helps just as much as concussion grenades. It helps just as much as flashbangs. And if you get a combination of an EMP grenade, a flash grenade, a smoke, and a concussion grenade, you will kill everybody in that room. And that's why I'm focusing on all these other grenades besides frag grenades. Because if you have a bazillion people in a room and they can't even look in the right direction to shoot you, that's just as good as if you had one well-placed frag grenade, right? A frag grenade, though, people can avoid pretty easily because I don't think it's even that big of a blast. Whereas flashes and all of that, and if you got grenade vandalier and you put 4 in a room, man, ain't gonna be no hiding from that stuff, right? Yeah, so smokes.
I just want to inform you real quick.
One sec.
I don't believe Engineer has smoke.
Yeah, they do.
It's just light assault.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I looked at it, caught showing me that.
Can somebody tell me if the engineer has smoke by default?
I can't see it in my engineer.
It really doesn't?
It's only the light assault. The light assault gets all the
Did you
free.
get like the...
I must have ASP'd in it. Yeah, I must have ASP'd into it, but I could have swore it had it before. Now, there is the underbarrel grenade launcher that does smoke. So if you get, what's the gun called? The one I use, yeah, the AMR, right? Is
Some of the S variants.
yeah, exactly, right? Like the Yumi and stuff, you can actually throw those smokes out, and it's an awesome killer, right? So if you can play light assault and have smokes, you're just as good. And the other thing with smokes too is if we're going in a field or we're doing a foot push or any kind of push in an open area, throwing a smoke helps cover the squad, right? Especially from air a little bit, from the people trying to shoot us in front of us, right? So it's very useful to use in any kind of situation, right? Engineers, also good for killing tanks with their tank mines in a defensive kind of way. Not so much offensive in my opinion, because the archer and the what's the other one, the sharp bow, are not super hard hitters, unlike the heavies that have the rocket launcher. But it's still enough, right? And then I think repair grenades are also a thing you can get, but I think that you have to get ASP as well.
No, that's not right.
Okay, so
With base engineer.
yeah, so you'll notice whenever we do armor, it's always everybody go engineer. So if you can also get the repair grenades and the grenade bandolier for that kind of class or loadout, that's also going to be good too, right? And then you got different, excuse me, one sec. You got different implants you can use too. You know, like one I'm using mostly when we use maxes and stuff is when my shield breaks, it releases a pulse of repairing nanites that heals allied mechanical objects within 10 meters, right? So it's one I'm actually probably going to change out because it's not that super useful, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. And again, there's different things you can do implant-wise. So,
Can I talk about the engineer for a second?
yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so if everyone can go to the terminal real quick on the sender. When you look at the engineer, you can click the button at the bottom that's engineer's certs. And this will pull up a tab of all the
Yeah.
sorry, it pulls up a tab of all the certs that you can get for the engineer, whether it be abilities or equipment. And one thing that doesn't appear up there is the passive systems, which can heal your aircraft that you use. And another one is the ability slot and being able to upgrade your turrets that you sit on or deploy, like the Spitfire auto turret and then the mana turret. Those upgrades can help do more damage, and you can also, I believe, in here is the ammo packs that he drops. If you upgrade that all the way, you can drop down 2 ammo packs at the same time.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I forgot to talk about the medic's passive one. It does similar kind of thing with regards to being in a vehicle. The pass system there is while you're in a vehicle, it can heal, allied soldiers within 5 meters. So you know how we're trying to in the last training we did, having a vehicle along with us. So if you have a nice ant that's pretty close to the squad, or a Cobalt Sunday or anything like that, and you have a medic in there, that medic can actually, by being in there, passively heal the squad without getting out, right? So that's also a possible tactical thing you could do. Now you'll notice I'm not talking about the tactical slot right now. I'm going to talk about that once I get through the classes. But we're going to... Yeah, because the nice thing about the engineer is even the Spitfire auto turrets, the baby gates, which allow more cover, tank mines, what's the other thing? The mana turret. Like, there's so many different anti-infantry tools to use too that are super effective at either supporting or watching the back of the squad, because the Spitfire auto turret acts as a infiltrator detector, right? So definitely think about getting that. And then hard light barriers allow us to create baby gates, which make people, if we put in a dory, makes it hard for them to just crash in without jumping. So it gives us a chance to actually kill them before they come through. And or it provides cover for us to hide behind and pop up and shoot and that kind of stuff. Okay. So moving on to the heavy assault. Heavy assault is the big, bad kind of gun of the group slash the tank with their overshield. One of the best overshields in my opinion is the adrenaline one, because as you get kills, you get shield ability, right, which just keeps it from dying fast. So when you tie that in with implants, again, you can have some pretty interesting, combos that allow you to essentially keep that overshield going long term. Alright, so like on a headshot with Assimilate, restore 200 shield and 10% of your maximum ability energy. Survivalist, quick regen of the shield, sprint speed increased, health increase, right? So, it's just very versatile in that sense as a main gun, right? Plus, a lot of the light assault or the LMGs do quite a bit of damage, have a lot of bullets, and are pretty much some of the better guns in the game next to the assault rifles, right? Especially if you're closer range, the MSR is a super cheap, super effective squad killer. Okay, yeah, it's probably the best TR gun for a heavy assault to have, hands down. So definitely hit that up. Plus Striker. If anybody doesn't have the T2 Striker, it does, the close range anti-air, and it's 6 rockets that do more damage than all the rest of them combined. Although the Decimator can do a lot more as well. It's, a kind of a toss-up. And the Thumper is effective as well. Oh,